happened when the game got sloppy. Introducing the Lone Ranger, the Key Mosabi. The horses were big, the 10-gallon tracks. The hood cowboys with the 10-gallon raps. Racking ACG boots and baseball caps. I agree, this ain't a simulation of the doo-doo. This is the shot said to get used to. Gangstar foundation to treat. We branched off, shine eye, just waited our chance to blast off. Year rounds in possession of Black Poet, Nick Khalil, the NYGs. I'm making diamonds out of pressure, my pipes are intact. Don't believe me, ask your boy to back to the track. These recordings be important and responsible for drama like Sarah Palin, Joe Biden, McCain, and Obama.
Man, listen, we be on a life or death mission. Get paid like tuition or caged up in prison. One time for your mind, 2 ghetto politicians. 3 for all my niggas locked down in the system. Man, listen, we be on a life or death mission. Get paid like tuition.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Another one. DJ Khaled.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of
We'll see the Memphis Grizzlies and New York. And here it comes, the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Randolph is the 4 with Gasol in the middle. Conley and Allen in the backcourt. And it's Carter in at the 3.
Boy, oh boy, to be young again. My, oh my. Got me thinking back to my days.
Oh, yeah, right. It does make you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Well, speak for yourself, because I could never throw it down like that. But I will say, it sure looks fun, doesn't it?
You know, for Carmelo last season, it was Murphy's Law. What could go wrong did go wrong. After signing Melo to a max deal, the Knicks management expected a bunch from him. But with the new offense and a bad knee, it didn't happen.
Here's Conley, following the score by New York. It's Allen on the wing. There's the triple. Shot's good. Tony Allen. Allen's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And so it's New York with it. Pass to Hardaway. And Anthony gets double-teamed. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Randolph. Nobody near Allen. That one falls, coming off Carter's feed. And that's now 6 points for Allen. Anthony on the wing. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Carter outside. Here's Randolph. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth. Even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
Conley, the pass to Carter. Out to Conley. Back to Carter. Lets it go with a 3. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Here's Hardaway, rejected by Gasol. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's on Tony Allen.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attempt.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Conley gets the bucket.
Boy, for the Knicks last season, saying it was rough is an understatement. There was a lot of turbulence, and some of it was due to their defense. They just had a difficult time stringing together stops and cutting down opponents' scoring chances.
To the paint. Gasol dishes to Randolph. Carter inside the three-point line, and it's Memphis with another.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Over the Knicks last season, Greg, the defensive problem for them, specifically how they defended against perimeter shots, and in particular the three.
38%, Kevin, of the threes against them went in. That was by far the worst in the league, and it's a big reason why they would end the year with the worst margin of victory in the NBA. How about minus 9.3? Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
And Marc Gasol, surprisingly nimble for a 7-footer. He really moves his feet well at both ends of the floor.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Jason Smith, he's checked in for Bargnani. Martin comes in for Porzingis. And it's Alexei Shved in for Larkin. And here are the Grizzlies now, following the score by New York. Lee gets to Gasol. And the wide-open shot from Green. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Green's got his first points of the game. And when you look at Marc Gasol now versus when he came into the league, remarkable how that body of his, Clark, has transformed.
Kevin, he changed his diet and he dropped a bunch of weight. Believe it or not, he even grows vegetables at his house. He's really gone all in on the transformation of his body.
Clark, good information.
Yes, sir.
How'd
That's
you
what
know
we
all
do.
that stuff?
That's what we do here. Info and entertainment.
And here is Anthony following Jeff Green's three. And finished off by Martin.
It's almost as if both teams are in a zone.
Well, offensively at least, partner. I mean, neither team's done jack diddly on D.
Conley kicks to Randolph. Down low, it's taken away by Smith. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Oh, and then jammed by Anthony. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Give and take, back and forth, the whole way thus far.
Yeah, you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
The drive by Randolph. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Yeah, he went for a little extra on that one.
Well, he usually doesn't finish soft, obviously. You know, he can when necessary. Sure, but not that time.
Not when you can throw it down like that.
Yes, sir.
And the Grizzlies, a team that's dealt with their share of tough playoff losses. But, you know, you talked to point guard Mike Conley, and as he told us before the game, he still feels a championship is within reach.
We feel like we're a team that's had to go through a lot of adversity. We've been through a lot of things that's set us back. You know, we feel like we can be just as good as anybody else, and why not us?
One big reason why not them is what happened to Conley. Greg losing him in the playoffs last year was the biggest adversity they went through. Can you make a case that it just made them tougher, or did it really take something out of them?
You know, Kevin, it's really hard to say. A tough break, obviously, losing Mike, and I mean that literally as well. But their problems did set them back, and maybe they can be just as good as anybody else, but until they are, they're going to have some issues.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for New York.
With the aggression they're showing early on, I mean, they're driving it to the hoop with authority and force.
And the other thing, though, is their execution in terms of their ball movement has been flawless. Sets up a lot of easy scoring opportunities.
Porzingis is out there with Martin. Then there's Lance Thomas. Then there's Shane Larkin. And it's Shved in at the 2. They're the group. New York will start the second one. Allen inside the three-point line. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 6 assists now in the game. Last season, Memphis fell late and would end up with the 5th seed in the NBA playoffs. Only one of 2 teams to make the playoffs each of the last 5 seasons, along with the San Antonio Spurs.
And they were a team that nobody wanted to play. Memphis drew Portland in that first round. And even though they were the 5th seed, they had home court advantage.
Trying to find Green. He's got it now. And he gets the bucket. Green's got 7.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
Boom, he jams it straight down.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
And that one goes in as he is fouled. It will be 3 points if he converts at the line.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets. That's a nice lead now.
Bargnani is checked in for the Knicks. Grant comes in for Alexei Shved.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
The Knicks leading by 4. Larkin, the pass to Grant. That's good. Grant's got his first bucket in this one.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
Allen.
And you talk about momentum. That sort of action delivers a type of energy to your team that you just can't quantify.
You know what? I'm going to quantify it right now, Clark. And this is a close game, and that was something special.
And really, in a game, you guys, in a game like this, though, when you have a chance to send a message, and boy, did he ever on that play.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. So for the Knicks, Anthony comes in for Lance Thomas. Hardaway is subbed in for Shane Larkin. Marc Gasol's checked in for Memphis. Lee comes in for Michael Conley. Here's Lee. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And, Greg, to be able to take the bump like that and maintain control, that's not easy to do. I know you're kind of a little fella, but I was a big guy when I played, so I know how difficult that is. That was impressive.
I see.
Carter against Anthony. Carter drives in. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Fellas, that two-hand mock to slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try, because somebody might have got their feelings hurt.
Hardaway dishes to Grant. Smith outside. Shot clock at 6. Here's Anthony, and a strong finish with 2 hands.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Wow, look at how quick he flashes to the rim there for the finish.
Gasol kicks to Carter. Excellent D there from Anthony.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get it in.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Look at that jam. I mean, just beautiful.
Grown man's power flush with the long hang on the rim at the end of it.
Clark, that could be a catalyst for him.
I think you're right.
And we've seen those kinds of plays get them fired up in the past.
Rebounded by Hardaway.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those plans.
How about the quick hands on the steal and the quick feet on the break?
Yeah, a careless, silly mistake there, though. Coughing the ball up
and we've reached it.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you to the halftime show. A stellar first half for Carmelo Anthony. He ended up with 22 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. An extremely potent first 2 quarters for him. Hey, big fella, what's your take on New York so far? How about you, Kenny? What'd you think about Memphis?
Well, they're facing a very hot team in the first half. Guys are shooting the ball lights out. But you have to do more to get stops. Tough defense is the key. And if you put pressure on the ball and more bodying up down low, that's going to establish more aggressive tone that might shut them down in the second half.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. Carmelo Anthony really has his fingerprints all over this one.
I'll tell you what, he put together an entire highlight reel in that first half alone. Just a collection of spectacular dunks.
An explosive display it was, fellas. They might have to get the backup rim ready if he keeps attacking the hoop like he did before the break.
So on the floor for Memphis. Conley and Allen in the backcourt. Randolph is the 4 with Gasol in the middle. And it's Carter in at the small forward. Here's Larkin and Allen with the block. And there's the pass to Randall. Here's Carter. Picked him clean. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's on Tony Allen.
Yeah, good job to take it right at him.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
The Knicks have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And right before Carmelo went down with the injury last season, it seemed like he had added the fadeaway to his game, molded a little bit after Dirk Nowitzki.
Carter with the bucket.
Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
New York leading by 4. Here's Larkin. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
The Knicks making a switch here. Martin's checked in. Jeff Green is checked in for Memphis.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that 2-hander.
Larkin, the pass to Martin. Here's Porzingis. It's good from long range. Porzingis has got the lead up to 8 now for the Knicks.
Great opportunity right there. He's got such tremendous length. He can just rise up and get separation for the 3.
The drive by Green. Conley inside the line. And another basket for Memphis. Carmelo's reasoning was that he had been burned enough by Dirk's fadeaway, he had to adapt.
It's a great fadeaway to ball from, for sure. I mean, Melo already has a mid-range game, terrific mid-range game. And this shot makes that even deadlier.
That one's in there. The New York lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Conley. New York's gone a terrific 5 of 6 from beyond the arc in this game. They double him with Green, passes it to Porzingis. Dishes it to Martin. To the middle. Randolph against Anthony. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that 2-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Conley with the 3. And again. It's the Grizzlies from deep.
You know what, guys? He can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
Larkin dishes to Anthony. Rejected by Gasol. And here we go with Green.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia.
And, guys, one thing you sometimes gets lost. I mean, Mike Conley is a proven winner. Remember, you go back in high school, won 3 state titles, and the one season at Ohio State led them to the national title game. So that aspect of what he brings, the intangibles, you're going to be a winner if Mike Conley's on your roster.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Lance Thomas. Comes in for Anthony, and it's Alexei Shved in for Tim Hardaway Jr.
The lead changes hands once more. There has been no separation between these two teams.
You know, it's made for one heck of an entertaining game. Even when it hasn't been the best basketball being played, it sure has been fun to watch.
It's deflected. Tries to keep it alive. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. Quincy Acey's checked in for Kenyon Martin. And the Grizzlies also with the sub. Kufis is checked in. We've got 1:08 left here in the third quarter. Here's Larkin. He's got 7. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Shved. An easy 2 points on the layup. And the Knicks lead by 3. And for Mike Conley, growing up, he played on some tremendously talented teams. Guys like Greg Oden, Josh McRoberts, his teammates.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, he never had to really look for his own offense to win games with those kind of players around him. He came into the league more focused on setting up his teammates, and that's what he does well.
And Shea Larkin gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Vince Carter, he's checked in for Green. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
And a wide open look for Lee. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have come from beyond.
And that one's good. Shved and Clark, a great competitive game so far.
Yeah, tit for tat. I mean, back and forth, plenty of lead changes and excellent play.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. So it's the Knicks now. It's a 1-point game. Hardaway Jr. and Melo on the wings. Martin is out there with Bargnani. And it's Shved in at the point. That's the 5 for New York right now. And he gets it to go.
And I'm sensing something special going on here tonight.
It certainly does have the feeling of a classic, Greg. Let's see which team is better equipped to handle the pressure.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Knicks.
Boy, guys, I really like how they've driven the ball to the basket in this game. I mean, they've been very aggressive with it.
And they've also worked hard to get the ball inside. They haven't just settled. And they did a lot of high percentage shots in this game.
And Memphis making a change here. Allen's checked in.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Green, he's checked in for Vince Carter.
Zach Randolph, it's up there in his mid-30s, but his game has never been based on explosiveness. So it's all about strength, skill, and craft when you talk about Zebo, and he's aging gracefully.
Nice shot from 10 feet out. Randolph's got 5 points in the quarter. New York's gotten all but one of the 3-pointers to go down in this game. They've gone 7 of 8 so far. For 3, Shved. And again, New York with the triple.
Confident and composed on the 3-point shot at a critical juncture. Clutch.
And Randolph throws it down.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
No problem knocking that one down. And the Knicks lead by 6.
There's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes in this defense.
No doubt the defense had better play a little tighter.
Knicks last season had a lot of problems here.
They can't guard us on the perimeter.
Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
How about finishing 10 and 31 here and playing in front of a sold-out crowd every night? And one thing about New York, they're going to let you know when they're displeased. Worst home record in the East and second worst home record in the league.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Dave Yeager coaching his team during that break. He wants them to pick it up and really go for it right now, saying, no time like the present, gentlemen. Embrace it. Embrace the spotlight, and let's make it happen. Kevin, let's see what they can do.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Pass to Conley. Memphis moving it around. Outside, Green. Good on the three-point shot.
And, you know, for the Knicks, there were a lot of reasons why they were bad at home. Bottom 5 in field goal percentage against at home, field goal defense, and third worst field goal percentage at home in the league.
The Knicks leading by 3. Hardaway with it, and Allen picks him up defensively. Martin goes in, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
How about the excitement right now that he's playing the game? I love it.
He capped that dunk off with some serious hang time on the rim.
I tell you what, he just couldn't contain himself on that one.
Here's Shved, 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
And, you know, commend the Knicks faithful. They still would sell this place out. And you have to give a shout-out to the fans for sticking through what was a very difficult year. At least it has to get better.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. Zingas is checked in for the Knicks. Shane Larkin comes in for Alexei Shved. 1:58 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Conley hits to Gasol. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
Boy, this game has really started to heat up. I didn't think it could get any more high scoring than it already was.
Well, I tell you what, I don't mind it. You don't either, it sounds like. Good offense is entertaining, and that's exactly what we're getting.
And Bargnani throws it down.
And that's how it's done. Find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Gasol kicks to Randall.
Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented. Plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that wall.
Yeah, he did.
I tell you what, the great dunk, and this is even a better game we got going on right now.
Good. And the Knicks lead by 4.
And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession.
Always going up for the alley-oop here. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Randall.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Grizzlies making a switch here. Carter's checked in. 1:10 left in the fourth quarter. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession. .105 left in the fourth. Conley kicks to Allen. Power down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
New York's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Outside Anthony. The 3-ball. Hands the 3.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seems like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
Conley the pass to Carter. Back to Conley. It's holding by Porzingis.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
By the way, that's a 2-pointer, and there are the Knicks with another bucket.
Just no let-up, guys. They just keep coming at you.
Well, this lead is too big to overcome. I'm going out on the limb right now. There's just not enough time left on the clock to make up the ground they have to make up.
It's in! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
And so they foul intentionally. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And he is unable to get the second one.
No time to spare. They need a bucket.
Without question. Then maybe a steal or a foul to get the clock stopped as well.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
And that's exactly how you close the game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. They trail by 5.
All right, fellas, it's here for the taking. A couple stops, a couple buckets, and we get the W.
And not only do you want to draw up a score here, but it's got to be a quick one.
Yeah, it has to be quick. They've got to convert, and then there has to be an immediate foul.
Here is Conley. Long range from the inbound. Frames it from downtown. Shot from the inbound. It's good.
They ran that inbounds play perfectly there. They get the quick hitter.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. They're losing by 4. 6 seconds left to play here in the fourth. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. From deep. No good. So a close game sees New York take this one. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, it appeared to me as though the fans gave them the emotional boost they needed down the stretch, Kevin. This crowd is not going to let this one slip away.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Carmelo, we have a question from one of your biggest fans. How do you get off your shots when you're in such a tight coverage situation? A defender right in your grill.
It's easy. If my man back off on me, shoot it. If I got 2, pass the ball, find somebody else.
Thank you for the time, sir. Guys, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Clark Kellogg, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan Player of the Game, Carmelo Anthony. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor. Let's go to Shaq. What can you say about his performance?
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this crowd. Wow. You get jealous, and he feeds off that support. Once they got behind him, he became unstoppable, man.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.
Siamo fragili, se tutti ci toccano, siamo fatti di sogni che non ci fanno dormire.
Io non dormo quando ti penso, io non dormo e basta e compenso. Io lo so che siamo uniti, se a capirsi basta il silenzio. Senza te sarai nel vuoto, mentre insieme siamo immortali. Baby, accelero la moto, chiudi gli occhi e spegni i fanali. Vedi, noi siamo la luce insieme, il male che produce il bene.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the
Oh, say does that star
It's great to be with you on a Monday afternoon as we get set for this broadcast of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Doris Burke will be reporting from the sidelines. We're at the Staples Center where the Clippers will try to turn it up on their home floor. Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. DeRozan out there with James Johnson. Then there's Carter. Then there's Lowry. And it's Valanciunas in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Well, the Raptors show they can be a force in offense once again. That was very clearly a strength of the team last year, Greg.
Yeah, and Toronto has a lot of guys that can hurt you in a variety of ways. They can score in the half court, but are really explosive enough to get out and run if teams want to push the tempo.
And here's Lowry after the three-pointer from Jamal Crawford. Inside, here's Johnson. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Ball goes in, hangs in midair, and converts on the double clutch layup.
And the double clutch layup in that situation, that's just him playing to the crowd, guys.
Here's Carter. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
That's a 2 from Paul. Again, Los Angeles.
And right out of the gates, they are locked and loaded. 3 straight scores early.
Kicks it to Carter. Pulls up on the wing. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
And that's the shot he has to take.
Exactly. That's the right look. The decision was good. He just didn't execute.
The Raptors have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And Lowry gets it to go.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Crawford with the ball. And it's Carter picking him up. And he gets it to go. And it's 7 points for Chris Paul. Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
And we still aren't halfway through this contest yet.
Yeah, and that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. Here's DeRozan. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Andre Jordan has been extremely productive over 7 years. That makes it even more unbelievable that there was some question, Clark, as to his commitment to basketball coming into the league.
Yeah, you know, on talent and athleticism alone, he would have been a top 10 pick for sure, but he slipped to the second round, and he's made good on it, though.
And the Raptors making a change here. Patterson's checked in. Crawford, no one around him. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Lowry passes to Patterson. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Flush that thing down, young fella.
That is a fierce two-hander.
Maximum force on that dunk. And watching DeAndre Jordan, he's really refined his game over the years without losing the athleticism. He's that rubbery, long-limbed athlete that transcends age. And so far, I've seen 0 drop-off in his leaping ability and quickness, but no question he's improved his skills and IQ.
To the left wing, nobody near Barnes. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Barnes has got his first 3 points of the game.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
You're right. 3 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there and put that one-hand tomahawk slam?
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
And talking about DeAndre Jordan, he is displaying an energy level that many scouts wondered if he had. Let's face it, he underachieved a bit in his 1 year in college. He knows that. But when it's come time to do it at the highest level, DeAndre has risen to the occasion.
J.J. Redick's checked in for Jamal Crawford. And then for Toronto, Amir Johnson's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. McGrady comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And Lewis Williams subbed in for Kyle Lowry. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. The drive by Paul. The three from Barnes. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Good. Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3 ball with one of their own.
Greg, we got a 3-point battle taking shape here.
Now here's Jordan. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that.
Boy, this game is off to a flying start.
Yeah, we're seeing some high-octane offense from both sides in this one.
I mean, just beautiful.
Tell you what, fellas, he is fun to watch when he's working like that and getting to the hoop.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. Paul kicks to Griffin. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Griffin's got his second basket of the game. Williams with the ball. He's picked up by Paul. The shot by Carter. Nobody around. Again, Toronto. The shot and game clock separated by 4. It's Redick on the wing. Back to Paul. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. That's good. 8 points for Barnes.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Williams dishes to Patterson. Barnes grabs the miss.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And they're making sure on this one, even though it may not matter in the grand scheme, but the replay process is faster than ever. You know, why not?
Yeah, the replay center in Secaucus is providing the officials with the necessary footage to make the call. We're seeing what they're seeing with the best possible angles.
Well, the ruling is in, and the call stands. No basket, so no change, Clark, and the scoreboard as we end the quarter.
Smart decision to review the shot. That was indeed very close to being legitimate.
And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. The Clippers on top, up by 3. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And J.J. Redick, a focal point in his tenure with the Duke Blue Devils, both offensively and as a lightning rod for fans. There's no doubt that he is Mr. Duke, J.J. Redick, and it's hard to argue with that school's incredible success, Greg, whether you like him or not. And I know you've had a first-hand view of Duke a couple times.
You know, and listen, I have the utmost respect for J.J. and Coach K and what they've done there. And then listen, you could be known for a lot worse things in your life and haven't gone to a lot worse places. But I think for him, it's not about where he's been. Okay, I think it's about where he's going. What's going to be the next chapter in his career.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Clippers.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And the other thing, though, is their execution in terms of their ball movement has been flawless. Sets up a lot of easy scoring opportunities.
So the Raptors 5 right now. Patterson is the 4 with Valanciunas in the middle. Tracy McGrady is out there with Lowry, and it's DeRozan in at the 3. The Clippers shooting their first free throw of the game.
Yeah, last season, around 71% of the free throws made. And you know what? That has to be a point of emphasis this year.
And, you know, there was plenty of blame to go around for that. I mean, it wasn't just one or two guys. I mean, for the most part, the entire team struggled.
Here's McGrady.
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
I'm startled that he would even try something like that at this stage of the game.
Yes, fans, Clark, and the one team they view as floppers is the Clippers. I don't like that word, but just kind of came out. Whether that is fair or not is up for debate, but it is certainly, I think, the perception.
And I think there's some truth to that perception. I mean, multiple players have received fines for flopping on their roster. I mean, you can't run away from that, and the fans remember it, too.
Oh, they do, yes, sir. It's Crawford with the drive. It's stolen by Valanciunas. McGrady kicks to DeRozan. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Both teams trading punches back and forth. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
The momentum swings, really impossible to keep track of. The energy in the building just keeps going back and forth, ebbing and flowing. I'm loving it. You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And, guys, anytime it's real tight, you're looking for something that could be potentially a momentum builder, and that's exactly what that play looks to be.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And for the Clippers and flopping, part of it might just be reputation. Whenever anyone hits the deck on their team, fans might be quick to kind of condemn that as a flop.
You know, the Clippers were the darlings of the NBA as they improved and made strides, but I think the flopping has kind of diminished that now, that love affair. Being labeled a group of floppers can certainly stifle your popularity.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Jordan, he's checked in for Hawes. Griffin comes in for Davis. Matt Barnes is checked in for J.J. Redick. And Paul subbed in for Austin Rivers. Paul outside. Up top, Griffin. And here's Barnes for three. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. And that's now 11 points for Barnes. McGrady outside. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
That's leadership. Really, really valuable to have someone who can just take charge like he has.
Well, there's a certain amount of confidence you have when the ball is in his hands at that end of the floor right now. I mean, he just gives you a sense of calm and confidence because of how good he is.
And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him. And what Patrick Patterson gives you guys is solid all-around play. He can help you in a lot of areas. High basketball IQ, high character, understands his role, knows his limitations, and stays within himself.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And the Raptors have been talking about changing things up in the logo department for a while. Finally, we get a chance to see the new logo this season.
As you said, the Raptors with the new logo this year, Greg. Good-looking change, too, I think, Clark.
Yeah, I think it's subtle enough to not lose the continuity, but still feel fresh and new. I like that. That's a nice job of balancing the old with freshening up for the new.
Some changes here for the Raptors. Vince Carter is checked in for DeRozan. And it's Williams in for Kyle Lowry. We've got 1:48 left in the second quarter. Paul passes to Crawford. No good with the triple. Toronto leading by 5. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And for all of the improvements he's made to his game, one wonders why Blake Griffin isn't a better shot blocker. I mean, he clearly has the motor and the athleticism, but for some reason over his first 5 seasons, he's averaged only a half a block per game.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Toronto.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
You know, one other thing that's clear is how well they're burying their jump shots here in the early going.
Johnson, he's checked in for Patrick Patterson. Griffin hits them both. And regarding Griffin's low block shot number, for some guys, they simply lack a certain feel, Clark, for blocking shots.
Yeah, you know, there's something about the aptitude for shot blocking that sometimes is understated. Just because you're a high flyer in the front court doesn't mean you're going to block a lot of shots.
Crawford dishes to Griffin. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Out to Carter.
Get through.
Buries it down low. Carter's got the lead up to 7 now for Toronto.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Paul kicks to Crawford. Three-pointer. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
Open shot, Carter. That's good. Great play set up by T-Mac, Tracy McGrady. McGrady's got 3 assists in the game. Jordan the pass to Griffin, and he dunks it down.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
The dish to Barnes. Here's Jordan. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. That's on Lewis Williams.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Here's Carter. Here's Johnson. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Nice shot there without a second to spare.
You know, as a defending team in that situation, it really irks you to give up a shot like that to close out the quarter. You know, oftentimes those end-of-quarter points can be the difference in a ball game.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Raptors lead by 3. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Hey, Kevin. Well, Coach Casey, obviously it's early in the season, but how would you say this team is shaping up in terms of its chemistry and personnel-wise?
I love our guys. We have a great group of young men that are competing hard, and it feels good because I know our guys are totally engaged and focused and giving us what they have.
Coach, thank you for the time. Gentlemen, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Hope you've been enjoying the excitement so far. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. The first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. Their largest deficit of the period was just 4 points. They were right there within shouting distance the entire time. They played with more purpose in the second quarter and fought to turn an early deficit into a 3-point lead by the time we reached the break. And taking a look at the Raptors, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Efficiency, efficiency, efficiency. The 3 E's, Shaq. That's all I got to say. They've avoided turning the basketball over, and that's a recipe for success. Now, here's how they do it. By sacrificing the highlight reel plays, you get good looks, and those home run plays will still come.
And over to Shaq. Now your take on the Clippers.
Well, they had a strong perimeter game. See, Ernie, when this team executes from long range, those weapons spread out of defense. Coming out in the second half, if those shooters are hot, they got a great chance to take control of this game.
And that's going to do it for now, as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We're going to sit right here and wait for the end of the game and talk at you again.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. We're seeing a tremendous game from Tracy McGrady.
And the defense was soft in that first half, and he took advantage every chance he could. And boy, was he throwing it down hard.
Yes, sir. He has had too many uncontested runs to the hoop. But even if a defender's gotten there, it's been posterized time.
And here is Los Angeles now. You know, you work hard all season, Greg, to try and get into the playoffs, then get a favorable first-round matchup. How about the Clippers last year? Followed those steps. They're rewarded with the first-round matchup against the defending champions of the league, the San Antonio Spurs.
And not only were the Spurs the defending champions, but they came in playing terrific basketball down the stretch, which is kind of what they are noted for. And the Clippers, though, did well, even though that was the case.
Crawford and Barnes are out on the wing. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan, and it's Paul in at the 1. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. Griffin. Good, and Paul gets the assist. That's 12 points for Blake Griffin.
A delicious dime from Chris Paul there. Boy, I tell you, it was a tough road for the Clippers in the playoffs. They get by the Spurs in round 1 in a 7-game emotional series, then immediately have to go up against the Rockets in round 2.
In the corner, it's Griffin. And a big-time jam right there.
That's a big boy dunk right there. Grown man sledgehammer dunk.
That was a violent attack on the rim.
Enough said on that one.
Toronto's gone along perfectly from three-point range. Tonight they've gone 5 for 5. Here's Valanciunas. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, Jay. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
And we all remember the Clippers would go up 3-1 against the Rockets. They had that 19-point lead in the fourth quarter of Game 6, but couldn't hold on to it and lose Game 7. And it was one of the biggest series collapses, really, in postseason history.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And for Kyle Lowry, last season was full of milestones. First, he signs the big contract extension for 4 years. Then he earns his first ever All-Star selection. Unfortunately, he didn't finish as strong with the postseason, but a terrific year.
Davis is checked in for the Clippers. And Toronto also making a switch. Patterson, he's checked in for Johnson. And here is Los Angeles now. 4-point game. And on the topic of Lowry, he became only the third Toronto Raptor ever, Clark, to be voted into the All-Star game.
Yeah, you know, Bosch and Vinsanity, the other two, Lowry also participated in the All-Star Weekend Steals Challenge. Man, he's been outstanding as a point guard.
A tenacious leader for the Raptors. Carter for three, and the Raptors hit again from deep.
And a blazing start to the second half. They've hit all 5 shots.
And Davis, here we go, and the shot is good.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And Greg, those looks they're allowing are...
Hey. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying, Clark, to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Redick is checked in. Then for the Raptors, Amir Johnson's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. McGrady comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Williams in for Kyle Lowry. The drive by Paul. And good on the basket. Book it. Paul's got 9 points.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
The Raptors shooting their first free throws of the game.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
Well, you know, you look at the Raptors, and they improved in a number of ways last season, but their bench play was one of their bigger improvements. I mean, they had one of the weaker benches in the league in 2014, but they flipped that around last year.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Hawes is checked in. Greg, one thing about the Raptors last year, they made the moves they needed to in order to be sure to fix their bench, strengthen their bench. It showed on paper and in person.
Yeah, credit their front office. In 2014, they had a bottom 5 bench in terms of scoring. Last season, they flipped that, became a top 5 bench in terms of that scoring, and even had the 6th man of the year leading the way.
Lou Williams.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
The Raptors have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
Yeah, they had the kind of success from the line that would make any coach breathe a sigh of relief, guys.
Johnson with the block. They retain possession. And here's Barnes for 3. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Really good job of creating just enough space to let that one fly.
Here's Carter. Gets number 9 to fall. He's only taken 10 shots.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
Here's Barnes. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tracy McGrady. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Rivers, he's checked in for the Clippers. Here's Griffin, and that one is hammered home.
My goodness, he sure can get off the ground.
One of the best in the business for sure. You're right.
I tell you what, he is an imposing finisher around the rim. He makes it look a little too easy.
To tie. And Rivers with the basket on the assist from Redick. Rivers has got it all tied up now for the Clippers. Toronto's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the 3rd quarter. And stolen by Redick. Oh, and here comes Rivers all alone. So they take the lead. Rivers has got 4 points in the quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
His performance today has just been so important. What a luxury to have a guy that's that dependable.
Raptors trail by 3. Now Carter. 21 points in the game. Patterson, that's good.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
To the inside and taken away by Johnson. With 1 on the clock. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Nice shot there without a second to spare.
You know, as a defending team in that situation, it really irks you to give up a shot like that to close out the quarter. You know, oftentimes those end-of-quarter points can be the difference in a ball game.
We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Toronto's gotten all but one of the 3-pointers to go down in this game. They've gone 7 of 8 so far. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. Setting the floor for the Raptors. Alreen Williams pair up as the guards. DeRozan out there with James Johnson. And it's Valanciunas in at the 5. Home in the paint. Jordan. It's good for the 7th time this game. He's shot 7. He has made 7.
And this has really been a well-played game up to this point. And you know what? I bet it stays that way until the end.
I certainly hope so. I mean, it's been a terrific contest, and there's nothing like a pair of teams just balling out the way they have been.
Redick with the bucket.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
And it's good.
And this has been purely a display of offense that we're seeing here today.
And, you know, it's only getting better as both of these teams' defenses are starting to show signs of wearing down.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs. Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there. They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a wall of defense when it comes to attacking the paint, plain and simple.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
It's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does it.
And they better stay with those basics because this game is still yet to be determined.
Los Angeles called.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
No reason to wait around to do that, Greg. I mean, might as well make those adjustments right away.
Quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
During that break, Coach Rivers had some words for his team. He really wants them to try to push the tempo here, see if they can get a few easy buckets in transition, saying, listen, we're playing station to station right now. Let's try to catch them off guard, guys. Let's see if they can do exactly that, Kevin.
Thanks a lot, Doris. There's Crawford with the 3. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Lowry dishes to Valanciunas. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Been a big game for DeRozan. He's got 21 points, and he's drained 3 3-point bombs so far.
Don't stop. Don't hesitate. Keep firing from out there when the shot's falling like this.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Davis. And Toronto also making a switch. Carter's checked in. Paul kicks to Jordan. And it's Paul penetrating. Johnson with the block. Here's Carter. show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
I tell you what, Mama always said, if you got it, flaunt it.
Let it fly. Let it fly.
Mama said that, huh? Clippers trail by 8. Here's Paul. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That one on DeRozan.
Yeah, good job to take it right after you.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had the foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket. Those free throws edged them a little closer. A couple of stops on defense, and they might not be down for long.
And then Johnson with the dunk.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Paul passes to Barnes. Kicks it out to Paul. Launches a 3. Again, the miss by Paul.
That's not the best of shot selection there. The defense definitely won that possession.
Yeah, I think in that case, you got to go elsewhere with the ball. You just can't rise up over the top of him when he's on you.
To the paint, here's Barnes. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Boy, just a lovely dish by Griffin.
Toronto calls timeout. They're up by 6. We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter. Making a change. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth.
And such a steady hand. I mean, he's one of those guys that's really allowed them to take the lead.
Well, he's just so reliable and dependable and consistent, especially here today. I mean, his shooting percentage is off the charts.
And it's going to be a 3-second call. Raptors leading by 9. Out to the wing. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Raptors.
Agreed, Steve. And guys, the fast break was run, I thought, beautifully all night by these guys. Clark, I think that was a big part of their success.
I love the way they scored fast break points tonight here. It was a key factor in coming out on top.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Carter. Just an outpouring of points from him. No. And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
That's the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. The 3 from Barnes. Good! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And all of a sudden, that 3 puts them in striking distance, guys. He's had that shot working all night.
You bet he has. I mean, working overtime. The triple's been his bread and butter in this ball game. Nothing but butter. Sweet butter.
So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
And that will add to a healthy lead after that trip to the free throw line.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're behind by 7. 26 seconds left in the game. 26 seconds left to play here in the fourth.
How about him there, just bodying him up to make him alter the trajectory on that shot?
Definitely. Very sound defense played on that trip.
And Kevin, maybe the play of the game right there.
A tremendous instinct straight to come up with a steal and then attack the basket.
Game changer right there, guys. An unbelievable play to make it this stage of a really tight ball game.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game. And the Clippers call time here. They're losing by 7. There's 14 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What's your take, guys?
You know, you like the fight all the way to the end, but let's face it, guys, this one's over.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I really think you shouldn't be allowed to call timeout to late in the ball game if there's no chance for it to do any good on the scoreboard.
And here's Rivers. Puts up a 3. But they recover it. A second chance effort. He cans that one.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
And so it's Toronto winning this one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end, but the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Congratulations on this win. Tell us what the team's objective was tonight that most helped in getting this victory.
Everybody played. We all played together. You know, we stayed, aggressive and stayed the course of the game.
Cohesiveness and aggressiveness, a pretty good combination. Thanks for the time, Kyle. Guys?
Doris, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. See you later.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's move on to our Jordan Player of the Game. He had an outstanding third quarter. Whatever they needed in terms of energy and offense, he was the firepower that propelled them during the second half.
There was nothing they could do to slow him down, Ernie. Man, you go into a building on the road and completely control the action like he did. Only a few players could do that, Ernie. I'm impressed.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.
It's time to get away. It's time to get away from you. It's time to get away. It's time to get away from you. You brought a lot of money, but me, I'm catching tidy tummy. And you?
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Can't be sleeping, keep on waking without the woman next to me.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of
On the road, looking for a win against an Eastern Conference rival. The Washington Wizards are ready for this thing to get started. We're all set to bring you NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside, Doris Burke. And so off the tip, it's Washington's ball. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So on the floor for Washington, the great pair of Wall and Beal are at the guard spots. Nene and Gortat team up in the paint, and it's Pierce in at the small forward.
When you're talking about the greatest clutch players ever, that list needs to include Paul Pierce. I mean, he slowed down a bit, no doubt, but don't let that fool you. If you give him
That's not as easy as he made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary.
And you know what? That man can climb a ladder.
Shooter kicks to Horford. Gets an open look and hits.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Atlanta on D. Ball passes to Gortat. Beal, that's for two. And the Wizards getting another bucket right there.
And right out of the gates, they are locked and loaded. 3 straight scores early.
And it's Korver in the corner. Horford has a wide open look. Another three for Atlanta.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Dishes it to Pierce. Three-pointer. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Pierce has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Korver with it. Now Beal defending. And the dunk by Horford.
You know, he's not your typical NBA center in terms of height, guys, but he plays as big as any of them, thanks to his incredible bounce ability.
Pierce kicks to Wall. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for two.
Well, I tell you, last season was a big one for the Hawks and Coach Budenholzer. A dominant season won him multiple Coach of the Month titles, and eventually he won the Coach of the Year award. Plain one-hand flush. I love it.
Clark, I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike.
Yeah, the one hand lets you get up higher.
There's no doubt about it. At least it looks like that from this angle.
Shooter gets to Korver. Uncovered. Again, the Hawks score. It's pretty obvious, I thought, Greg, that Budenholzer was the deserved Coach of the Year. I mean, Steve Kerr, there are a lot of good names you could put in there. But what he's done, taking the Hawks to the top of the East, few saw that coming.
I agree with you. I mean, he has transformed this Hawks team over the past couple of years. And guys, you don't think this fella can do some major damage if he gets an opening to the rim.
They just learned that lesson the hard way. They better put a little bit more effort into their D the next time down.
Big time play at the basket right there, fellas.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Here's Nene, and that one is stuffed right through. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, no team able to build a big lead early on. I mean, it's tight.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game. And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you props.
And he gets it to go.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Well, nobody really knew, Greg, what to make of Washington going into last year's playoffs.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
And it was the first time a team has swept an opponent without home court advantage since 2011. Also was the first sweep for the Wizards in franchise history.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks.
And in the second round, the Wizards continue to be a tough opponent. I mean, they went up 2-1 on the Hawks, but were unable to keep the series lead. A lot of close, heartbreaking losses for them in that series.
Atlanta making some changes. Adrian Payne's checked in for Millsap. Ken Bazemore comes in for Damari Carroll. And it's Teagan for Kyle Korver. Then for the Wizards, Kevin Seraphin. He's checked in for Gortat. Humphreys comes in for Nene. And it's Torrey Murray in for Beal. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Schroeder bangs home the trifecta. Schroeder's got 9 points.
And the Hawks would ultimately take down the Wizards last year in the postseason. John Wall and his injury were a big turning point in that matchup. And all those buzzer beaters for both teams made it one of the most interesting series of the postseason.
Here's Horford, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. What a season for Al Horford last year. Such a great display from him and his team as he led the Hawks to the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference.
And for all the team accomplishments the Hawks had, Horford was able to hit some of his own milestones as well. Had his first career triple-double last season.
Horford was really a cog in all aspects of the Hawks last season. I mean, a major cog. Just a consistent presence inside with his 15 points and 7 boards a game.
Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for Washington. Sessions comes in for John Wall. And Al Horford drops them both.
And for Horford last year, the numbers were down a bit, but that wasn't due to his play. I think the Hawks were just a more balanced team, and he could obviously put up bigger numbers if he wanted to, but by playing within the system, I think it allowed Atlanta to reach its true potential over the course of the regular season.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
And that one's good. Sessions.
Boy, this game is off to a flying start.
Yeah, we're seeing some high-octane offense from both sides in this one.
And finished off by Horford.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Seraphin kicks to Humphreys. And stolen by Payne. And a jump by Horford.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slant.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. The Hawks on top. They're up by 6. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And a chance to hear from Bradley Beal. He came from a football family in St. Louis, but said his mother introduced him to the game of basketball at a young age. Maybe some other NBA players should be practicing with Bradley Beal's mom, because she has definitely honed something special into him.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but I'm not sure some of the more delicate NBA egos could handle her trash talking them when she beats them in a game of horse. Bradley's not only got a special J, but he's got a pretty good disposition, too.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Hawks.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
Mike Scott out there with MyCareer. Then it's Nogueira. Then there's Kent Bazemore. And it's T in at the point. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
And, you know, the Hawks were great from beyond the arc, but it wasn't just one person. They did a great job of creating a space and really passing up good shots for great ones. And I think that's the mark of a true team. No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
Here's Nene. From down in the low post, it goes. Nene's got his second bucket of the game to go. And for the Hawks, Korver led the way in three-point shooting for him. But as you were saying, their second-best three-point percentage in the league was the result, Clark, and I know you're big on this, on their team offense.
Exactly. I mean, the real noteworthy stat on that area was almost 92% of their made threes were assisted on. Crisp ball movement and finding the open guy was really their mantra.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. Well, I'm sure you guys have heard this, that the nickname that has been given to Damari Carroll, the Junkyard Dog, I think it's apropos. Kid drafted out of Missouri back in the 2009 draft.
Yeah, and he actually had to show perseverance to hang around as he bounced around a bit. But I think he's found a home now.
He's checked in for Atlanta. And then for Washington, Gortat's checked in for Kevin Serafin. Pierce comes in for Otto Porter Jr. And John Wall subbed in for Sessions.
And Carroll, an energy player who's developed a reliable three-point stroke. I mean, he can also hurt you in transition. He's got terrific size and athleticism, and he also really knows how to play without the basketball.
Took him no time at all on that one. 14 points here for Beal.
Just a positive force right now for these guys, and though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Korver dishes to Nogueira. Pierce with the steal. It's Wall with the drop.
And that's some inspiration. Steals, blocks, and a big dunk. Those are ways that you can really change the momentum in a game.
Well, they got to chip away, Clark, at that deficit, and no doubt that'll help.
And that's what he's out there for, guys. I mean, he is an electrifying player, no doubt.
And Carroll, by advanced stats, one of the most productive small forwards in our league. I mean, one thing I like, even as he's developed into a three-point threat, he still has an instinct for cutting to the rim off the ball when his defender turns his head. I mean, one of the things I think that allows his team to be so good is his understanding of how to play the game. It's just a smart shot, taking advantage of the mismatch.
Well, with a stroke like that and the height advantage as well, mid-range J is almost a gimme.
Atlanta calls timeout. Last season at both sides of the coin for the Wizards. Started out very hot, but then just could not keep it going.
Well, you know, the start was extremely hot. 19-6, which tied a franchise best, that record. After that, though, they played close to 500 ball the rest of the time.
Paul Millsap's checked in for Mike Scott. Chris Humphries has checked in for the Wizards. Atlanta leading by 13.
And the Wizards really struggled post All-Star break, playing under 500. Still, though, they seem to pull things together at the very end and on into the postseason.
Wall's shot is off.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That's on Paul Pierce. You know, it's apparent there what a leader he is. Always communicating it and keeping everyone on the floor in sync.
And, Kevin, that's such a good point. You know, it doesn't always show up in the box score, but those leadership qualities of his are just as valuable to this team as anything else that he does.
Al Horford is checked in for Atlanta. Dennis Schroeder comes in for DeMarre Carroll.
Well, there's no denying it. The Wizards had some bumps, and you mentioned that. Some weeks they looked like a lottery team. Then the next, they looked like a title contender. They knew how to make the most of their games when they did get hot, though.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
Well, you just watched Jeff Teague. He's a natural scorer. Clark, he's also made steady improvement as a playmaker.
Yeah, you look at his assist rate, Kevin, well in the top 10 in the league. He's cut down on his turnovers as well. You can tell he's starting to really figure it out, and the game is slowing down for him.
And Teague's also athletic. You know, sometimes you forget that. I mean, this guy's got the tools also to be a terrific defender. And I still think he's developing consistency at that end of the floor. And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. The Hawks leading by 15.
And speaking of Jeff Teague's defense, I mean, his rebounding, I think, could also be a little higher. I mean, with his bounce, he can get in there and grab a few more.
And Wall kicks to Pierce. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. And 11 points for Paul Pierce.
And that gets him going here in the second after hitting 2 from long range in that first.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Schroeder kicks to Korver. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Teague with a clean look. The offensive rebound, 7-second difference, shot and game clock, and that one's good. Schroeder.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
It's Wall with the drive.
Hey, kid, you ready?
And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
They've slowed down casting those triples here in the second.
And, Clark, I'd like to see them go back outside. They've been shooting well from the perimeter.
The Wizards have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
One shot. One shot.
That's it.
Atlanta leading by 16. Lets the 3 fly. Another 3 for Atlanta.
He is on fire from behind the arc.
Yeah, it seems like all of his points are coming from deep, Greg.
And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Wall's got 8 points in the quarter.
It only took them a few seconds to answer the 3 ball with one of their own.
Greg, we've got a 3-point battle taking shape here.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Hawks lead by 18. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. I'm here with John Wall. And, John, you're really lighting it up out there with your jump shot. What is the reason behind shooting it more as opposed to driving it more?
I'm just trying to do what the defense give me. They're giving me my jump shot right now, and I'm in a good rhythm. And you see if they help me, I'm looking to pass my teammates. I'm not going to try to force the issue. If I got the shot, I got to take it, I'm going to do it. I know my team need me to do more tonight, and that's what I want to do. If I want to be a match player and franchise player, I got to take my team along with me. That's what I'm trying to do.
John, thank you. Kevin, he can hurt you either way.
Thank you, Doris, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for the third quarter of basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny, the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be looking back at the game's first half. After 2 quarters, it's Atlanta out in front. They are in control of this game, up by 18. Kenny, what's your take?
How good are these guys on the fast break? They're pushing the ball, finding the open man, finishing strong. They're at a breakneck pace, and if they can maintain this level of intensity in the second half, blowout city.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Washington?
Well, the bottom line, they got to defend the three-point line much better. They were concentrating all their effort into protecting the paint, and these guys were standing behind the line, yakum, splaka kataya, and that strategy backfired, Ernie. They gave up far too many open looks, and all those threes killed them.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters.
You look at what Schroeder has done so far. He's got 21 points and just an amazing performance from downtown.
He is pouring it in from three, guys. You know how much I love to see guys knocking down buckets.
The Hawks leading by 18.
And what a year last year for the Hawks. And what a job they did in their division. So many people thought Washington or Miami would run away with the Southeast, but the Hawks took that division by storm.
So on the floor for Washington, the talented Wall and Beal team up in the backcourt. Pierce and Nene are at the forward spots, and it's Gortat in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Schroeder, covered by Wall. Now here's Schroeder, hits the front of the rim and out. For the Hawks, it was the first time they have won their division in 21 years. Hard to believe, Clark, given how often they're in the playoffs.
And, you know, the last time they won their division was when they were in the Central back in '94. Just another great moment for what was an incredible season for the Hawks last year.
Here's Wall, and it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Kevin, he's been a bright spot in what's otherwise been a little bit of a struggle for this team.
And for the last 3 seasons, what a talented young backcourt John Wall and Bradley Beal have become. Wall drafted first overall, Beal third in different drafts. A little lottery luck, if you will, and great scouting of these two.
And that one's good. Schroeder.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range.
It's Wall.
Oh, goodness. Woo. Just call him a speed merchant. I mean, he was a blur going in for that throwdown.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. Millsap passes to Corker. Goes up again, and that one's good. Schroeder's got 26.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
And guys, you got to love the front court for these Atlanta Hawks. I mean, Al Horford and Paul Millsap both give up a few inches in terms of height, but you won't find a more skilled and versatile front court in the NBA.
Washington calls timeout. Well, speaking of the skill of the Atlanta front court, their offense predicated on ball movement, and spacing, and shooting. Unlike San Antonio, Horford and Millsap a perfect fit.
Really, those two enjoy playing together. Excellent chemistry between them because they're both mobile, agile, skilled big guys.
Wizards trail by 21. Here's Wall. Soft touch off the glass. Wall's got 7 points here in this quarter.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half. And guys, there was a time where people wondered if John Wall could be a team leader. Well, that question has been answered and then some. Unquestioned leader of the Wizards.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. Well, and for Wall, Greg, and leading the Wizards, it did take some time. Now he does so much, Clark, for the franchise.
On and off the floor. He's really the face of that franchise and has a chance, in my mind, to be an MVP candidate at some point in his career and is living up to the #1 draft pick hype.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Gortat with the steal. Beal dishes to Nene. And Beal kicks to Wall. And again, Washington with the triple.
Ready? Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
The three from Korver. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now. Great pass. John Wall is really good at finding the open man.
And that one's good. Schroeder's got 7 points for the quarter.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it. Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam. It's not possible what we just said. Clark, is that possible?
Not probable, but it is possible, partner. It is possible.
And think about it, guys. That's one of the few guys in the entire league who can pull off something like that.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seems like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
Wall attacking. And Washington again with the bucket.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
You look back last year, and the Hawks were incredible at home last season. Not a bad way to help unveil that beautiful statue of Dominique Wilkins in front of the stadium.
Yeah, I mean, and so much went right for the Hawks. And adding that statue up, Neek, was the cherry on top. Very classy move from that organization.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Nogueira, he's checked in for Horford. Payne comes in for Paul Millsap. Kent Bazemore's checked in for DeMarre Carroll. And it's Teague in for Kyle Korver. Nice ball movement by Washington. And that one's good by Porter.
And, you know, for the Hawks last season, they ended with a 35-6 record at home, and that was the best in the East and the second best in the NBA.
No coverage that time. Payne's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Man, they came out smoking here from beyond.
And, Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
And for the Hawks, it was a good year to get the city. No, take that. It was a great year to get the city talking about basketball again. Atlanta hasn't always rallied behind this team, but boy, did they show up more than usual last season.
Here's Murray, and he uses the glass on the layup. Murray's got 7 points.
So far, going for more of an inside game here in this second half, and I like that. A little smash-mouth basketball, taking it inside.
And he gets it to go.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
Here's Seraphin. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Make it 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was ultra safe with that dunk.
No reason not to be.
Guys, as he should be. Remove all doubt on that attack.
And the Hawks making a change here. Scott's checked in. And a switcher also for Washington. Sessions checked in for Beal. Got a hand on it. Here's Sessions. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
And Bazemore kicks to Teague. And the layup's good off the glass. Teague's got 7 points for the quarter.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. It's Atlanta. They lead by 18. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. Welcome back as we get ready to start the 4th quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Wizards trail by 18. Teague and Korver are the guards. Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. And it's Bazemore at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
And he's finally getting the feel from beyond. His 2nd 3 of the half right there.
Korver gets a wide-open look, and Atlanta again with the bucket.
And that's exactly how they've gotten the lead right here. Easily, he's been their most consistent performer.
As simple as it gets. He's hitting everything he's looked at. Keep feeding the fire.
And that one's good. Sessions.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
And it's Korver in the corner. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got his 5th assist in this one. Wizards trail by 16. All with it, picked up by Teague. Nene left side. Here's Sessions. And again, Washington with the triple.
Sessions. For 3. Atlanta timeout.
Atlanta calls timeout. And Nene, a guy with an incredibly strong start to his career in Denver, the first Brazilian to ever be selected in the 1st round. Voted, as you may recall, to the NBA All-Rookie team.
Yeah, it came into the league just a tremendously raw talent. Really developed faster than a lot of people expected, but what has been the case for him is the injury bug. I mean, the knee, the foot, shoulder, Achilles, you name it, he's had it, and it's hindered his career somewhat.
And cancer. He's beaten cancer.
That's a very good point.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
Yeah, you know, going back to Nene, in 14 years, he's been able to suit up for roughly 65% of the games. That's tough on the team's continuity on both ends of the floor. Injuries have been a part of that, though, and oftentimes those are beyond the player's control.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what Mike Budenholzer had to say to his team. He was absolutely adamant, saying, don't let them off the hook. Let's keep our foot on the pedal and keep doing the things that have gotten us here this far. We're almost home.
Atlanta making a switch here. Carroll's checked in.
And you know, guys, the thing with Nene, he helps you in so many ways when he's in there. He's hard to back down in the post. He eats up space, tough to get around on picks. He has the toughness that champions are made of.
Pick by Horford. That's a 2 from Korver. Can't get it to go. And Washington the other way now. No one near Wall as he lets it go. And that one's on target from the wing. Wall's got 5 points now in the quarter. Here's Teague. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Not phased at all by having a bigger defender on him down low. And I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation. But, well, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Atlanta.
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
And how about the work they're doing also on the offensive glass? Creating those extra opportunities has been critical.
And that one falls for John Wall.
We've seen John Wall handling his business. He's got 32 points and 9 assists. His success in the assist department has carried over to the free throw line.
Boy, has he been steady at the helm today.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. And he isn't the biggest body at 6'8", Clark, but Paul Millsap very effective.
And part of his being underrated and underestimated, I think, is due to that size. But folks are finally starting to come around. That kind of production he's put up will make that happen.
Wizards trail by 14. And Wall kicks to Beal. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. 20 points here for Beal.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And clearly it's about how poorly the defense has played. They've got to close out faster.
Took the safe route there. Wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble on that one.
Nope. Up and in with one hand, the most basic finish possible.
But he still makes it look good.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and, Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
And with that 3, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
Wall passes to Pierce. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor. Atlanta with the ball. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. T gets to Korver. Another 3 for Atlanta. Here is Wall. And there's a minute 45 left in the 4th quarter. And Pierce, here we go. Good work defensively by Millsap.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Outside for Korver. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability. Oh. Emphatic. I mean, you're not going to get anything soft when he comes to the rim. This young man is all about power.
Yeah, it's going to be a full force display every time with this guy.
Yeah, he's a one-man throwdown machine. What a finisher.
Beal dishes to Pierce. Again, the Wizards score.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
T kicks to Horford. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And I'd say that's it, guys. They're not coming back in this one.
Nope, no chance. Not gonna happen. That chance has long since passed of them getting back into this one. Forget about it.
And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
Wall attacking. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
I tell you what, did he take off on that one? Not many players can elevate it and literally fly. What a special talent, and it's plays like that that remind me just how amazing these athletes are in the NBA.
Horford, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And they're not finished just yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, not taking any chances, Greg. This is how you close the game out. Textbook.
And that's just a little more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate a W.
Well, let the party start. The celebration begins, and they're going to let their guys hear it.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock.
And sometimes we all just want to show people that we have the range.
Yeah, you speaking from experience? We already know how good his range is. He shouldn't be firing from that deep.
He dents the rim with a two-handed slam.
Wow. A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
Wow, you don't see him make plays like that very often. That's a nice move there for the basket.
And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. They poured it on tonight, Clark, a dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
I don't think they have anything but positives to take away from this win. Offensively, defensively, every aspect of the game, it all went right for them.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, Paul, congratulations on this win. It seemed like this game was getting away from you at points. What does the team take away from this game in terms of experience?
We got to do a better job of executing down the stretch. As simple as that. Just glad we got this win. We just can't let these things happen in the future.
An escape from some mistakes, Paul. Well done, guys.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson joined by Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Now let's take this opportunity to check out our Jordan player of the game. He had an outstanding third quarter. Whatever they needed in terms of energy and offense, he was the firepower that propelled them during the second half.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this crowd. Wow. I'm getting jealous. And he feeds off that support. Once they got behind him, he became unstoppable, man.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on.
Let's take them back.
Always something going on here in LA, and there's always someone flying in to see it. The Chicago Bulls are on the road in this interconference game today. You're in for a treat as we bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and here with me tonight, Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline.
All right, ready to go? Ready to go?
And it's Chicago to start out. Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. They've got Michael Jordan. Pippen is out there with Dennis Rodman. And it's Rose. And it's Noah in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
You know, guys, one of the things that is always going to keep you competitive against the West is a good defense. It's one reason why the Bulls tend to be a tougher matchup for teams from the West, because they do D up.
Bulls had a good year against the West last season, 17 up, 13 down against the Western Conference.
Yeah, and how about playing 500 or better against every division in the Western Conference? So impressive to think they did so well given how many games some of their starting players missed.
And so Jordan nails both of them.
And guys, the Lakers last season were just a completely different team after Kobe's injury. Not so much in results, but just in how they played on the floor. They actually fared better without Kobe than most thought they would.
And for the Lakers without Kobe last season, it was really a stark difference in styles of play and quality. No single person, Clark, stepped in to carry their offense. It took a group effort.
Well, you know, it was almost April, Kevin, before somebody surpassed Kobe in field goal attempts on the team. It'll be interesting to see how they build the offense this year.
The free throw drops for Kobe. Bulls always seem to be tough on the road, and last season no different. They would end with 23 road wins on the year.
And that number was good enough for the second most in the East. Unlike shooting, it's very hard for defenses to go cold, and that's why the Bulls have been so good on the road.
And guys, touching back on the Bulls on the road, to illustrate how good they are on the road, last season marked the 5th straight year of a road record above 500. Incredible consistency as a franchise.
And here's Kobe following the three-pointer by Michael Jordan. And Boozer throws it down.
And he bangs down the one-hander.
2 very easy points right there for sure.
He'll take those all day.
Jordan with it. Picked up by Kobe. And it's Jordan with the jam.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter.
Yeah, you know, here's another stat for the Bulls on the road. Since 2010, when Tom Thibodeau took over, the Bulls have won almost 60% of their road games. That's impressive.
Lakers shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Well, Special K, so many records for Kobe, but one he set last season was most misses all time from the floor.
You know, he passed the great Hondo, John Havlicek, for that title. I'm sure John doesn't mind having him pass him up for that one.
Buckeye, you're right.
That's right, most misses. But you look at the players on that list, a who's who of NBA stars. He's got so much junk in his trunk, he'll find a way to hurt you.
Rose kicks to Rodman. It's stolen by Bryant. Throws it up high. And the slam dunk by Russell.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up Clark that beautiful alley-oop dunk.
And that was nice. No doubt. There are assists, and then, guys, there are assists.
Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yes, sir, fellas. They've had it going on big time.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
And, you know, there's all this talk about Kobe now being the leader of missed shots, having that record. But listen, the guys that are in the top 5 of that list, all Hall of Fame players. So you don't miss a lot of shots unless your team trusts you to take them, and you're pretty good.
Now Boozer following the three-point attempt by Michael Jordan.
Impressive start here. That's 5 straight makes to start the game.
It's Pippen on the wing. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Down low, here's Russell. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Russell's got his second bucket.
Hey, guys, a final thought on Kobe. I mean, all the players on that list were heavily leaned on scoring. I'd take any of the top guys on that list over someone who's afraid to shoot the ball when their number's called.
And yes, sir, that one drops. Kobe's got 7 points in the game.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
That was the 3rd straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better.
Here is Bryant Following the basket by Michael Jordan. Another three from Kobe. He's got 12.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Last season, Kobe with some thoughts on the development of U.S. players last season. Felt that the AAU system, Clark, was problematic.
And I would not disagree specifically in this regard. Too much focus on playing games and winning versus skill development.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
And with Kobe, who's just so skilled, that critique holds water. Kobe felt that Europeans came into the league with more of a skill set because they learned how to play the game a little bit more collectively than the American players.
Some changes for the Lakers. Jordan Hill, he's checked in for Boozer, for Kobe. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Russell. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Pau Gasol's checked in for Noah. Gibson comes in for Dennis Rodman. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Pippen. And Brooks subbed in for Rose.
You know, for Kobe's statement, it's hard to measure something like skill with metrics. I mean, you look at shooting and free throw percentages, and there isn't too much of a difference between U.S. and European players.
Now, here is Hill. Kicks it to O'Neal. To the paint from 10 feet out, and it's Hill. That's on the assist by O'Neal. Hill's got his first points of the game.
You couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding.
And the Lakers have possession. Following the miss by Taj Gibson, here's Ryder. And again, Los Angeles with a triple.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
In the pass to Ryder, and Gibson sends it back. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Gibson. Here's Ryder, guarded by Jordan, and Gasol sends it back. And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. Seven seconds left to play in the first quarter. Ryder, good.
Man, they are doing some damage from deep.
Which is the main reason, partner, they're sitting on this big lead. Awesome shooting so far.
And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Lakers lead by 12. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And the Gasol brothers, both starters in the All-Star game last season. It's the first time that's happened in NBA history. Pau talked about the joy of sharing the NBA stage with his brother Mark. Well, their story is a bit like a fairy tale, the way two of them, sons of medical professionals in Spain, have become two of the best centers in the NBA of this era.
Yeah, and especially, Kevin, when you remember what a raw talent and how big and bulky Mark Gasol was when he was drafted by the Lakers, who traded him to Memphis for his brother.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. At the 4, it's Gasol with Noah at the 5. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. And it's Pippen in at the 3 slot.
Well, clearly the Lakers were not a great team. I mean, they did have one of their better bench units last season. They led the league in points off the bench, but that was more an indictment of the quality of the starters than the firepower of the bench.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Russell, he's checked in for Ryder, and it's Harper in for Jordan Clarkson. And the Bulls making a change also. Rodman's checked in. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. And he gets it to go. 17 points for Kobe Bryant. Last year, the Lakers did have some firepower off the bench. A lot of players would see their roles shift during the year, as you might expect for a team trying to find the right combination.
Yeah, they were also near the top in the league in bench minutes played. So whether you start or come off the bench last year in L.A., you'll see plenty of action.
And you look at Joakim Noah, I mean, one of those hybrid talents. As a center, he gives you the rebounding, the shot blocking you want. But then he also has tremendous passing skills and instincts and the energy of a mountain lion.
That's good from Joakim Noah. And going back to Joakim Noah, he really is a hybrid. He holds American, Swedish, and French citizenships. He's truly a man of the world, and he's worldly on the floor. He can guard and play a lot of different positions.
And Kevin, he looks like a...
Major league big boy throwdown right there.
And he keeps a tight grip on that rim after the finish.
Yeah, maybe that'll give them a little bit of that swagger that they seem to have lost.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Bryant against Butler. Again, the miss by Bryant.
He hit a three in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Stolen away. 3-on-3. And it's Hill with the jam.
Agility leads to thievery there as he's got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And Clark, that's been the story of this game so far. I mean, they cannot hand over any more easy points in the open floor.
2 straight seasons of no playoff for the Lakers after last year's miss. Not what they were hoping for.
It's going to be a growing process, Kevin. I mean, they had a young team and an injured superstar in Kobe both years. Hard to make the playoffs in that situation.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And guys, for the Lakers, you'd have to go back almost 40 years to find a time when the Lakers missed the postseason in back-to-back years. Fortunately for them, they won 2 titles in the next 6 years after that.
The Lakers making a switch here. Young's checked in. Bulls trail by 10.
And it's doubtful that the Lakers will win multiple titles in the coming years unless something drastic happens.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
They get the rebound.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
And the basket by Rose.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Los Angeles leading by 7. The drive by Russell. Who's good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 3 assists in the game.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
And outside. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Young's got 6 points.
and it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
And injuries, once again, were a central theme of the Bulls' season last year. Losing Rose was one thing, but then having Jimmy Butler lose a lot of time put them in such a tough spot.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Shaq's checked in for Boozy, for Russell, and it's Jeremy Lin in for Harper. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Pau Gasol's checked in for Noah. Gibson comes in for Rodman. Michael Jordan is checked in for Scottie Pippen. And Brooks subbed in for Rose. Shaq with the screen. Here's Lin. And Gibson sends it back. Here's Jordan. The shot is off. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They've led by as many as 14 points. Jumps up. Ball's knocked loose. And stolen by Butler. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. Deflects the pass.
Clearly a 2-for-1 situation here, guys.
Oh, without question, Greg. I mean, the wise move would be to get themselves a quick shot so they have an opportunity to get that 2-for-1.
Bulls trail by 10. Brooks with no one around. Drills it from outside.
That's 2 straight quick three-pointers they've allowed.
Defense just not reacting with enough aggressiveness.
Ryder, and that one is hammered home.
Whoa, that'll wake you up. My goodness.
Is he an athlete or what?
No doubt about it. It's almost as if he lives in the air, and dunks like that have become quite commonplace.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Back to Lin.
Yeah, the shot clock's off. This could be the last possession of the quarter.
I don't think there's any doubt about it. That's exactly what they should have in mind here.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Three-pointer, Brooks. Yeah, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
That 3 cut the deficit going into halftime. They're not going away.
And we're through the first half of basketball here in what's been a good one. Lakers ahead, leading by 4. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Hey, Kevin, with Derrick Rose. Derrick, how does it feel to get back out there on the basketball floor here for the new season ahead?
It feels good, man, especially playing with my teammates. We have new teammates. We're just trying to come out here and just play hard and compete.
It's great to have you back, Derrick. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you so much, Doris. Great interview as always. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with the second half of basketball shortly.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. The first quarter was all about Kobe Bryant. He ended up with 17 points, 2 assists, and 2 steals. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, the reserves really came through when they needed a spark. This is a close game. Any points you can get from your bench are huge. I thought the bench guys came in and asserted themselves like they wanted a starting spot. And that's what you want. Subs who are ready to produce the moment they step on the floor.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Chicago?
I was surprised at some of the recklessness. They were scattered, sloppy ball handling, just too many turnovers. It gets back to fundamentals. Forget the highlight reel pass. Make the effective one. Simple bounce pass. John Wooden taught us that in the 40s, 30s, 50s, whenever he was coaching. Just play under control. Simple ball, dude.
And now, folks, it's just about time for the third quarter to begin. We will see you after the final buzzer.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. You look at Kobe Bryant in this game, I mean, he has been everywhere.
You just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Guys, I think here in the second half, though, they may want him to be a little more assertive. Start hunting more for his shot, even the tough one.
Lakers leading by 4. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Boozer is out there at the arc. Then it's O'Neal. Then there's Kobe. And it's Russell in at point guard.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And you know, guys, right now, they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life.
Fast break. Here comes Chicago. And he lobs it up toward the rim. A shot by Jordan, no good.
You know, just a little too fancy on that play.
Well, you don't want to force any play, but particularly the alley-oop. You'd like to try that when it's wide open.
Bulls trail by 9. Big part of the problem for the Lakers last year was consistency. Clark, with all their injuries, they had to shuffle the lineup, it seemed, every game.
Well, you know what happened with all that shuffling was they got to see a lot of different players and evaluate them for the future. I think it helped in regards to what they're going to do this offseason.
And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. So it's the Lakers now. Russell with it. And Rose picks him up defensively. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play.
And for the Lakers, obviously the big get for them was landing the #2 overall pick in the draft. Getting a quality big to add to a roster with Kobe is huge. It made them a player, again, I believe, in free agency.
Chicago calls timeout.
And, you know, when it comes to the Lakers, they're always going to be players in free agency if they have money. It's still a marquee franchise in the NBA, one of the top 2 or 3, no doubt. When you have high draft picks and money to spend, people want to play for you, and not to mention California is an attractive destination.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Jordan dishes to Rodman. Rose gets a wide open look, and he's good on the 3-ball. Rose has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, one of the few bright spots for his team. I mean, he's had a very efficient offensive performance.
No telling how much larger the lead would be if it wasn't for his shooting. I mean, come on, this guy's kept him in it.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
Here's O'Neal. That's good, and it's Bryant with the assist. Shaq's got his first 2 points.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Rising up and hammering it home. That could be just what they need to pick their energy up.
Wow, it definitely got the guys on the bench on their feet. I'll say that for man. Oh, man.
And no doubt about it, guys. That's one of those plays that will pick up his teammates. A lot of times a play like that is just what you need to get the adrenaline flow for your team.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. Los Angeles calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
He's checked in for Los Angeles. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Last season, the Bulls were a tough matchup, solid margin of victory for them, and never looked overwhelmed.
Yeah, you know what? They're a team that's even-keeled, the type of team that can win anytime they take the floor. They have a system that works and good talent, actually excellent talent to make it special, and that combination is a winning one.
Lakers leading by 6. Wing shot on the way. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness. They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
The defense is just not closing out quick enough.
Here's Kobe. And another basket to his impressive total. It's his 9th against 12 attempts.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
The drive by Jordan, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flow. One made 3 formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Russell with a wide-open look. Chicago grabs the miss. Rodman's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Boozer.
And you can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Hill comes in for Carlos Boozer. And Ryder subbed in for Russell. Chicago also making some changes. Pau Gasol's checked in for Noah. Gibson comes in for Dennis Rodman. And it's Butler in for Pippen. And here's Bryant for 3. Add that basket to his impressive total. Brings him to 10 for 14. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And Gibson, here we go.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Fires from 14. Michael Jordan again. Jordan's got 11 in the second half.
Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up, sets the example for everyone.
And that one's good. 30 points for Kobe Bryant.
And how about the move he made there to come up and get himself clear in the lane for the deuce?
That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Lakers lead by 3. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. Bulls trail by 3. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. Rose is out there with Michael Jordan, and it's Butler in at the small forward.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. He made it look easy that time.
It's as if the defenses have just given up.
Yeah, you know, the pace has only picked up the deeper we've gotten into this game, which is remarkable. It speaks to the endurance and stamina of these teams, and it's also been a lot of fun to watch.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. He told his guys, I know we can do this, fellas. Let's maximize every possession and get after it and just watch. Things will go our way. Kevin?
And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for Chicago.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And I also love what they've done defensively in terms of closing out to the shooters, getting a hand up, just making them feel a little uncomfortable on the offensive end.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high, fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
Back to Rose. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line, shoot two. Derrick Rose has certainly piled up the awards for such a young player, starting with Rookie of the Year, with 111 first-place votes to only 5 for the runner-up. We know about his MVP, and that just shines out so brightly for him.
And how about he and Michael Jordan, the only MVPs in Chicago Bulls history.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Boozer, he's checked in for Shaq. And it's Russell in for Ryder.
Really a heads-up play on both ends there. The steal and the quick push on the break.
Rapid-fire basketball at its best. Boom, 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 bang.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that. You know, looking back to Rose's MVP award, his stats were on another planet that year. He was only the third player to record 2,000 points and 600 assists in a single season since 1973. The other two, LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
The drive by Russell. The basket good off the assist from Lynn. And that's 11 points for D'Angelo Russell.
What a shot over the bigger defender. That could prove to be a massive bucket.
Greg does not get much tougher than that. Tough defense, high-pressure situation, clutch play. I love it.
You know, in talking about D-Rez, I don't think the individual awards mean much to him. He's about trying to help his team win championships. And that's the kind of mindset he has to continue to display.
Feeds it to Young. And Butler sends it back.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamorous stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
We've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
It is now to Boozer. Russell kicks to Lynn. Hill passes to Boozer. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
Hey, 8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And really, there is no resistance defensively right now. It is just far too easy.
And Russell gets it to go.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
And Rose throws it down.
Such a strong finisher for a floor general.
He was up high, and he came down hard. Exquisitely done.
That's the uncanny ability he has to find a teammate for an easy basket or get one himself.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Shaq's checked in for Hill. And it's Bryant in for Jeremy Lin. Russell against Rose. From deep three-point range. And Shaquille O'Neal pulls it down. Lakers trail by 6. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And finish off by Bryant.
And they definitely have the edge in those fast break points.
Greg, they sure have. I mean, maybe it hasn't helped put them in front, but they're clearly better off playing up-tempo basketball.
Chicago calls timeout. They're up by 4. 1:05 left here in the fourth quarter. Michael Jordan is checked in for Butler. Rose against Russell. Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation. And he shows the focus there. Nails the technical.
Yeah, and he says thank you very much as he cashes in on the technical. Only a point, but now that lead just increased.
Noah the screen. Now here's Rose. 6 on the shot clock. Can't connect from short range.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Shots good by Pippen.
What a final quarter these guys are having from downtown, just burying the threes in bunches.
And they might as well keep going back to the well. No reason not to. I mean, work that perimeter. It's going good for you. Work it until it stops. Check out these handles. That's rush hour handle. Not midday, not early morning. That's rush hour handle. That nasty spin just froze the defender.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
Really just continuing to increase the lead. This one should be easy for the rest of the way.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, at this late stage, a lead like that has a team really feeling quite good about itself, and deservedly so.
15 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3. Here's Rose. Another 3 for Chicago.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out trying to stop the three-point shot and still haven't been able to do it.
And the Lakers call time here. They're down by 6. There's 10 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Outside, Kobe. Young with no one around. It's money from deep.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
6 seconds left to play here in the fourth, and that's an intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in. Got a piece of it from deep, off the mark. And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, a nice win for you tonight, Joakim. What was the attitude of the team coming into this game and just in general?
Yeah, we played hard tonight. We're getting better. We just got to keep going. You know, it's a work in progress, and you know, we just got to keep fighting, and get as many W's as possible.
Congratulations, Joakim. We appreciate it. Guys, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Derrick Rose. He had an outstanding fourth quarter where he really shined, pouring it on heavy down the stretch.
Ernie, that is the definition of domination. He took them to school tonight in every possible way. I know there's 10 players on the court, but I only noticed one.
We saw Rose explode tonight. His dual threat ability, being able to score or pass equally well, man, that puts him on another level.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight, but we're just getting started on